is up, everybody? Kyle here. Welcome back to the channel, and today we got another unboxing video. Today, something hot off the store shelves, something I was on the fence about getting. I saw some pictures, I saw some reviews, I saw some discussion. I was kind of back and forth on these. I'm not a huge Ghostbusters collector, even though I had them as a kid. I loved them as a kid. But I did see these new Hasbro Ghostbusters figures at my local Target. Said, you know what, I was going to play the long game. I always say, hey, I'm going to play the long game. I'll wait 6 months. They'll be discounted down to 10 bucks each, and that's when I'll swoop in. Well, you see a fresh case on the shelves. You see the employee putting them out. You say, oh my gosh, a whole case, the whole set at once. I got to do it. So, like a lot of things, I picked the whole set up, the whole first wave of the new Ghostbuster series, and I thought we'd do a one-by-one unboxing just like we do with the Marvel Legends, because at the very end, we're going to build the Terror Dog. So, should be exciting. I'll give you my honest review, my honest opinions, and we'll go figure by figure and build the Terror Dog. Alright, let's start the unboxing. We'll start with my favorite, Peter Venkman. He was always my favorite one. He was my favorite one in the cartoons. I know I've said it before, but I always preferred the cartoons to the movie. I know it's sacrilegious to a lot of people, but as a young kid, I spent a lot more time with the cartoon than I did the movies. I did see the movies multiple times. I did enjoy the movies. But there was something about the cartoons, probably me being younger. That's why I fondly remember when I think Ghostbusters, I think the old school cartoon. And the toys, of course. But these are very interesting. We know Hasbro is making these. Hasbro also makes the Marvel Legends. They make the Star Wars Black Series figures, the Power Ranger Lightning Collection figures. And in that, they have so many body molds, so many accessories, so many things they can use and pull from and ideas. And I think that's a lot went into these coming out. So we'll see. We're going to open it up. We'll open Peter first. But first, I want to show you the box. So there's Peter. Some would say looking only like he can look. He's trapped there, the Ghostbusters. Kind of a nice box packaging as it looks, like a cardboard box a little bit. You get the sides. You get all four. Kind of a cartoon likeness on the side there. The bottom, we don't really care about all the technical jargon. A little clear on the top. The other side there, almost like a Black Series type siding there, except for the window. And then the back, of course. There's the back, shows the build the Terror Dog. Another Hasbro trick, they Marvel Legends, it's always the Build-A-Figure. That's how you get people to buy the whole line. I think it's a great idea that every toy line should investigate and see if it works for them. Very, very big fan of the Build-A-Figure pieces. I'm going to read the back of the box for you. Peter Venkman, the man with the mouth. Peter can convince almost anybody of almost anything. So very similar to these Marvel Legends on the back. Short and sweet in about 10 different languages for international. Shows the whole crew that's all in the set. Vince Clorotho. I'm sure I did not say that right, but that is the Terror Dog, as it's affectionately known. Let's open this guy up. Let's see what we think about Peter Venkman. Like I said, my favorite Ghostbuster. I believe Garfield, as he's also known in the cartoon. The same voice as the Garfield cartoon as a kid. Does the inside come out? Okay, it does. It's taped in, though. So similar to Marvel Legends, has a nice little background you can use to display, or just a little eye-catching piece you can use. There it is. See you later. Got a nice window box front. Okay, well, taking a peek here. Interesting. First look. There you go. Start with the accessories as usual. A trap, of course, to put our ghosts in, we find. Gotta have the trap. A must-have accessories for any Ghostbuster line, I would say. We pull out the Terror Dog limb. Very some articulation. There's that. We'll worry about this later. We'll build that at the very end. Alright, the proton pack here. If I can get it. Boy, there it is. Nothing taped in here. No taped pieces so far. Just an interesting backpack. Checking it out. Obviously, you're not using any Marvel or Star Wars parts for one of these. That's for sure. This is all brand new tooling, as I don't recall a Star Wars being a Ghostbuster or a Marvel Legend guy. Pop that out. See you later. So very first impressions in my hand, very similar to a Star Wars type feel. Not so much Marvel Legends type feel, but more of a Star Wars type feel. I know they're going for the realistic movie figures, but they still have a little hint of cartoony to me. Not the actual cartoon, but they kind of made the actors, Bill Murray in this case, look a bit cartoony, I feel. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Very, very... Huh. So there he is. Little side there. Little side. Got a little yellow wire hanging from the back. Got the hole in his back so he can put the proton pack in him. Got the Venkman on the front. Gotta have that. It'll be interesting to see. I didn't look real close, but how many of the guys, if they just reuse the same body, or hopefully they're different. They're a little small. I remember that was in a lot of the reviews I saw. They're supposed to be a 6-inch line, obviously. But these figures look a little small. I'm not exactly sure how you get the pack on him, though. It's not going to slide on. They make it very challenging, it looks like. I figured there'd be a snap or something. But I sure don't see it. So it looks like you got to do some serious maneuvering with the articulation, which is not always the easiest, as a lot of us know. That is very, very strange. That is going to take a long time of twisting and turning joints if that's the way. It doesn't seem to pop off, though. I figured there'd be something, but you got to totally slide it over their body, it looks like. Boy, oh, never mind. I lied. You got to be smarter than the accessory, and that's not me. So you can see right here, the accessory on the front. It opens on the side there. Very hidden, very well. I actually like that. That's some points given because, you know, we don't want to see lines. You want it as realistic as possible, I guess would be the words. But still, I guess we're going to have to do some finesse to get him in there, like a lot of figures. You know, it's not as easy as it used to be as a kid. I could see myself as a kid say, "Dad, help me out." I always ask my dad for all the help. Help me put this on. Help me get this. But it does fit right in there. Getting it here. Bear with me. And there it is. He's got his pack on. He's ready to throw down with some ghosts. See if I can get him to hold this thing. You know, the hands on this, I can see are very Star Wars-esque. Very Star Wars-esque hands. It reminds me of, was it Colonel Krennic or Corporal Krennic from, I believe, the Rogue One set. The exact same hands, I believe. There it is. Hey, let's grab a ringside stand. We always test, can the ringside stands, they usually fit the Marvel Legends and the Star Wars figures. Will they fit Hasbro's? Ghostbusters. A little tight, but I think we got it. Very good. Look at that. Fits like a glove. Recommending ringside. I always say, get the stands from ringside. They're very cheap. I know they're out of stock right now, I believe, besides, I think, white. But very cheap compared to a lot of the other stands you buy. When you got a lot of figures, you need a lot of stands, and you don't want to spend all your figure money on stands. So get these ringside ones. Look for deals. Tell them Kyle Peterson sent you. But there it is. There's Peter Venkman, the first one down. Very cool. I am impressed, I guess, for the first one. We'll see how the rest of the line goes as we work through it. So, all right, we continue with Egon Spengler up next in the new Hasbro line. So I'll read the back of it here. The brains of the operation. Egon's your go-to guy for the best gear. There you go. Nothing more needs to be said about Egon. You know, I don't know, did Ghostbusters ever say who the leader was? I always naturally said, oh, who's the leader? And I always kind of assumed Egon was the leader of the Ghostbusters. Maybe that's just because he kind of seemed like he was the smartest one and invented all the stuff. Maybe that's why I think he is the leader. I don't know. You tell me. Who is the leader of the Ghostbusters? But there's Egon right there. Got the proton pack just like Peter had. But it looks like he's got the meter instead of the trap, which is good. You need different accessories, different guys. We'll see if that continues throughout the line. But there's the second one. There's the back. As we say, we're building the Terror Dog. Still kind of cartoony, but you know who it is. It's not one of those things where it's overly cartoony, where you can't tell it's the actual actor. These look like the actual actors. I don't think anybody's going to be confused or anything. Oh, there it goes. It came out. The other one was taped in. This one was not. So there's the back. There's kind of some Ghostbuster graphics there. I like down at the bottom. Look at that. The Ecto-1. Is that an Easter egg? Are we going to get an Ecto-1? Boy, I hope so. That would be awesome. I love vehicles. I feel like you need it. To go with this line, they have to come out. It's so iconic. I get they might not come out with the Firehouse, but you definitely need the Ecto-1. Start with the accessories. Pop this bad boy out. So it's the exact same pack as the last one. I wouldn't expect them to make anything really different. There's that. There's the old meter here. Look at that. It's very small. Very easily lost, I would assume. But there's that. Got another Terror Dog piece. We'll get to that very soon. Pop him out. There he goes. See you later. So very similar to Peter. I'm not exactly sure. We'll talk. We'll compare them all at the end. We'll put them out. We build the Terror Dog. But very similar hands. I mean, they made it pretty easy for this set. Not straight repaints, but I mean, it's the same costume, the same gloves. All you do is basically put a different head on. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if they're all the same mold, same body. My first instinct of this is being the second one. It looks like it's the same wire Peter Venkman had. So, not exactly sure. Did they kind of make a cheap line? We'll see. Is that the cheapest way they could do it? We'll see. But pops right in the proton pack, just like Peter Venkman. You know, once you open one, you got it down. You got to figure it out. You got a little learning curve with that Peter one when we opened him up. But put the meter in his hand, see how that looks. There you go. I wonder if there's a holder for this on the side. It's kind of annoying just flailing here. Is there a way to clip it in or hold it in? It doesn't look like one. I have to study a little bit more here. Bear with me. We'll stick it in like that for now. But there it is. Egon Spengler. So far it's okay. It's an alright line. If it's what you're like. I'm curious, is there somebody out there that is with Ghostbusters like I am with G.I. Joe, that just loves them so much, that sees through all the pain points and everything else? I just don't know about this. We'll see. We'll see if he fits on the ringside stand. Uh-oh. So far, we're not getting there. A little screwing in, a little magic. I think it does work. There it is. It does. Got to play with it a little bit, but it will work on the stand. You know, like I said, you don't want your stuff falling over like dominoes. So there's Egon. So let's see who the next one is. All right, we continue on with the third Ghostbuster, Winston Zeddemore. Probably my second favorite Ghostbuster. I don't know, something about him I just liked. You know, the reluctant Ghostbuster, if you will. Read the back of the box first, as we always do. The voice of reason. There you go. Winston's the one you want in your corner when times get tough. And I'm in your corner if times gets tough. Opening up these figures for you guys, showing you and telling you what they're about. As we continue to build the Terror Dog, and with our third Ghostbuster here, Winston. All very similar packaging to the last one. Shouldn't say very similar. Totally similar. The exact same packaging. Save some money, that's for sure. All this legal jargon and foreign stuff, it's crazy. I just wish they had more detailed bios on figures these days. There's a lot of kids that don't know who people are or whatever. And there's some grown adults like myself, like the Mach 1 Marvel Legends. Who's that guy? I didn't know. I wish there would have been more detail on the package. But there it goes. So there's Winston. You know, first thing looking in the package, I do like that he got... So far, everybody's had the same proton pack, which they very well should. They've also had one extra accessory. So you can see Winston's got the kind of Star Wars Marvel Legends effects, the stream for his proton pack. So that'll be kind of cool when I get that on. So we'll see how that looks. So let's open this bad boy up. We're getting faster and faster as we go. See you later. See you later. Open that proton pack. Pop that bad boy out. We've already seen 2 of them before, so nothing too special. A little terror dog action, another foot. We'll get him built. Get that stream out. Now this is very good. You know, I was kind of worried like some of these effects, the blue effects here, the lightning for Marvel Legends or Star Wars, I was worried that would kind of fall off. They fall off very easily off the hands. They kind of expand when they're opened. This one does, but this is very securely wrapped to the stream, the orange stream. Basically, same as the Star Wars lightsaber material. It's probably the same thing, just kind of twisted a little bit. Awesome, awesome thing. You know, I really wish each guy came with one of these. It would be nice to have, you know, all the guys going with a stream at once. Maybe that's later series. Or maybe they're going to make diehards go nuts and buy repeat purchases just to get some of those. Boy, that would be rough times, that's for sure. But very similar. Like I said, I think these are all the exact same body. We'll see once I get them in hand all together. We'll see how different they are, but very, very similar bodies. Winston, you know, same yellow thing. I have a strong feeling this is a very cheap line to produce. You know, like using Marvel and Star Wars parts, just basically new head sculpts and a little bit of different stuff. You know, 4 main characters have the exact same body with, you know, black gloves. So all you got to do is replace the head. Makes things very cheap, much cheaper, that's for sure. I'm getting to be a pro at this. It pops right on, stick the hole in the back. As I say that, I sit here and struggle with it a little bit. I'm getting there. Bear with me. Bear with me. This one is actually a little tighter in the back hole than the other 2 were, which is kind of strange. Which maybe it's a different back hole, I don't know. Winston putting up a fight. He was the reluctant Ghostbuster, I always said. But there it is. Get this bad boy in his hand, and we'll put that projection pack on. I don't know. What do you guys think? What are your guys' plans for this set? Are you guys getting them? Are you just going to window shop? Are you going to play the long game like I probably should have? What are your plans for the Ghostbuster line? What do you think? There it is. Look at that. Look at that bad boy. It's a long stream. Very posability. See the back. I don't know. First impressions, this seems kind of long, the stream. Longer than I want, but maybe not. I don't know. I think you just got to pose it exactly right. But a very cool effect. A much needed effect. Something that we needed in the set. Like I said, I wish we had 4 of these so we could have all 4 guys shooting at the same time. But, you know, you got to play the long game. You can't put everything out in the first series. Then you're just going to have no related series. And who knows? Will there be a second series? I don't know. But here it is. So that's Mr. Zeddemore. Let's see. Will he fit on the ringside stand? Peter went in really smooth. Egon was so-so. And Mr. Zeddemore went in smoothly as well. So 3 for 3. I love it. I'm sure Hasbro has been watching my videos and saying, you know, Kyle, he's got a point. We need these on these stands. I'm sure he's been working. They've been working overtime to appease me. But very happy to have that on a stand. Displays very well. But there it is. There's Winston. Let's move on. We got one Ghostbuster left. A favorite of many, Mr. Ray Stantz. All right, we keep chugging along, and we got our final Ghostbuster to open up here, Mr. Ray Stantz. A favorite of many, Dan Aykroyd. Legendary UFO hunter. Ray Stantz, the heart of the team. Ray's ready and more than willing to bust some ghosts. Good for Ray. Good for him. Side. Same packaging. We've seen it numerous times now. There's the front. We notice his extra accessory that's different is his little headgear there, goggles. There's the back. Same back, except different bio card. Let's hop in. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Opening Ray up. Uh-oh. Pieces going like confetti. See you later. Go long. Go deep. Let me catch this one. Missed him. Didn't even come close to getting to him. Open up the little goggles here. Just run-of-the-mill goggles. Why do I feel like I've held these in my hands before? I feel like they might have been on a Star Wars character somewhere along the way. Maybe I'm totally off, and maybe I'm just crazy. Another leg for the Terror Dog. We got all four legs came with the Ghostbusters. The Proton Pack. Like I said, same pack we've seen numerous times. Same thing over and over. As it should be. I don't think anybody faults that. See you later. Very good. I think this is the most actor-specific head sculpt, I think, of the ones I opened. I don't know. This looks like just straight-up Dan Aykroyd to me. Show you right there. I mean, that is very, very Dan Aykroyd. I would say that's the best head scan of the bunch. So, good for them. Seems to be all the hands are the exact same. We'll put this on him here. It's a very tight fit. That's why I kind of think it was not made for him. I believe this was a Star Wars accessory. And I could be totally off base. But it does not fit very well, unfortunately. I'll get it there. That's about the best I can do. No. So that's disappointing. That's the thing, though. You reuse accessories. You got to make sure they fit for the guy you're going to reuse them on. I mean, I don't want to rub any paint. I don't want to scuff. I don't want to break it off. I mean, you can kind of finagle it. A little dangerous, but I think I got it on good enough where it's not going to pop out. So there it is. Like so. I'll save the time of putting this on. You've seen me do it 3 times already. I'll do that off camera, but very good. You know, the belt seems to be a separate piece on all these. I don't think I mentioned that earlier. They all have their belt. It's all the same belt, but it can't be removed. You'd have to cut it to get it off, but it isn't one piece. The articulation on these very similar to the Marvel and Star Wars figures. You know, the double knee joints. You got the usual, you know, turn at the waist, you turn at the head, the hands move. You got the elbow, not double elbow, or yeah, double elbow it looks like. Yeah, double elbow on both sides, obviously. It's just your run-of-the-mill, usual Hasbro, Marvel Legends articulation. See how he fits. Ooh, boy. He's another one. He goes... Put up a little bit of a fight, but he made it through. So I would say, so far out of all the Ghostbusters, this is probably my favorite one just because the head scan looks so much like Dan Aykroyd. It's not too shabby, not too bad. So there's Ray Stantz, Dan Aykroyd. So now we're going to get to the last 2. We got the 4 Ghostbusters, we got the last 2, then we got to build the Terror Dog. So let's do that. All right, we got the 4 Ghostbusters open. Now we move on to Gozer. So let's read the back of Gozer here. The Destructor and Traveler. Gozer is the ancient evil with a lot, all capital, of aliases. So there's Gozer. Same package here. Same package on the side. There is the front with the Terror Dog head. Looking kind of like a mummy. Funny Gozer story. So back in my college days, Iowa State University, one of the greatest universities in all the United States. Up at Iowa State, there was a bar we used to frequent on the weekends, of course, and there was an old lady that was always there, and she looked identical to Gozer, and we all called her Gozer, and she looked like Gozer, and I don't know what she was doing. She was probably in her 50s. All these college kids and stuff, she'd be dancing just to the own beating her head all the time at the bar. So very weird thing. I don't know what was going on there, but anyways, when I hear the name Gozer, it brings me back to those college memories. So here it is. Open it up. See you later. We got a front one. See you later. Box. See you later. Making a mess. Let's see what these instructions say. I guess I never did peek at these. I don't need them. Oh my gosh, it's all craziness. Get out of here. What a waste. I don't know anybody that ever looks at that stuff. Pop out that Terror Dog head. Nice. I thought this would have some jaw movement. It does. Very stiff, though. Very stiff jaw movement. There it is. The old Terror Dog. Can't wait to get this built and see how that lines up. Soft plastic, but like I said, the mouth does move. Comes with extra effect hands. So once again, I talk about them reusing parts. This reminds me just of very similar to the Emperor. The Emperor of Star Wars, Emperor Palpatine. They came out with one around Christmas. It was an Amazon exclusive that had very similar hands to this. I think they're a little different, but very close, I'm sure. The hands much smaller, but a little reuse of borrowing with kindness between divisions at Hasbro, obviously. Pulling her out. See you later. So a very, very thin... Yeah, I feel like I'm back in college here. I'm just sitting at the bar, drinking a Jack and Coke, taking a peek. I don't know. Huh. Very interesting. You know, the paint applications on these have been very good. I haven't seen any bad smudging or any paint run or anything like that. The nice spiked hair here. Let's see. Now, these female figures, I could tell these got the high heels that we see with some of the Star Wars Marvel Legends. So you know they borrowed with kindness from this. We'll see if this will fit on a stand. I'm kind of saying no. Oh my gosh, I said no. I didn't think in a million years it fit, and it fit the best of any of them. So that's very good. Fits on the ringside stand. Got the ab crunch. It's like got a double ab crunch, actually, I think. Maybe. I don't know what that is. It looks like an ab crunch. Yeah, it is. So a double ab crunch on here. I don't think you see that on Marvel Legend female figures like that. I don't know if that's a first or something they're going to adapt down the line. But that's Gozer there. There she is, ready to dance at the bar. Just by herself in the corner, just feeling the music. Circa 2004. She just listened to some Sublime, probably some Smash Mouth. I don't know what else people were listening to in 2004. 2004, I was rocking the Maiden, the Priest, the Motorhead, all the stuff you should be rocking every year. I don't care if it's 2004 or 2014 or 2020. Here we go. We'll put one hand in for effect, and very cool. This figure was probably my one I was like, it actually shot to the top of the list. That is pretty cool with the fingers shooting out there like that. Very cool. Very underrated figure on first impressions. I will give it that. I'm going to even put the other hand on right here in front of you guys. I love that the hands pop off so easy. And there it is. You know, she means business here. Look at that. Boom, just shooting out the bolts. Very, very cool. I do like this figure. Like I said, very underrated. Probably the most underrated of the set for me. Moved right up to the top of the list. So we got one more to build, and then we're going to do the Terror Dog. All right, last up, we got Dana Barrett. So let's read the back. We'll start with that. And it's a short one. There is no Dana, only Zool. No more needs to be said. That's all you needed. We'll show the package there. There's the front with the body of the Terror Dog. See her there. Same side we've seen multiple times. Same as that. There is the back. You can kind of see that little red line that goes from the bio card to the character. That's a neat little feature, I guess, that's on all of them. I didn't point out on the others. You know, I'm very curious what'll be in Series 2 or if there's going to be a Series 2. Obviously, this is the possessed Dana. I wonder if Series 2 might have the Ghostbusters in more street clothes and maybe a regular Dana and something like that. I don't know. Or are they going to go straight to Ghostbusters 2 and make Ghostbusters 2 characters? There's a lot of ways they could go. I guess it all depends on the success of this line. I'm not sure. It was funny. They came out at a store. There was 2 left on the shelf, and then the next day I went to another Target. There was a whole case. I was at another Target later. There was another whole case. So at least in my area, these aren't flying off the shelves. That tells me that the collectors aren't hounding the stores right now because we all know they're starting to hit our targets. Usually, like wrestling figures especially, a lot of the Marvel Legends, that stuff gets swooped up really quick by the hardcores like myself that are out there knowing when things are hitting. So you would think these Ghostbusters would be the same kind of thing, but I don't know. Time will tell how well these do. See you later. Confetti raining down. Go long, way out there. There it goes. So So I don't know. It'll be interesting, the breadth of this line. I could see it selling better around the holidays than middle of summer, especially with everything else going on. I do worry, you know, space at the shelves. I don't care if we're talking bread. I don't care if we're talking pop. I don't care if we're talking toys. Space is at a premium. Center store is shrinking down. A lot of the departments are shrinking down. It's tougher and tougher to get your product, I don't care what it is, on the shelves at Walmart and Target. It's getting pricey, and you got to move and turn and burn. The days of where they would sit on product for a long time are over. There's a lot of people that want that space, and a lot of people that will do it cheaper. So tough times in a lot of that kind of stuff. And that's just my own everyday work life, talking, dealing with this, and it's a lot of what I do. I wish I was dealing with toys on the toy side of stores and stuff. That would be fit in pretty good. Jeremy Padower, hire me. Jazzwares, I'll come work. I'll work for free. Why not, huh? But Pterodog piece in there. Sorry about the little work tangent, but we're getting there. Boom. So there it is. Dana here. Totally new sculpt on this one. I don't know of any other figure that has this soft good plastic dress like this. So they are investing some money, I'm sure, into the line. A very good head scan, head sculpt, whatever you want to call it. Bare feet. Like a young Kevin Von Erich, I guess, with the bare feet. There it is. There it is. There it is. There's the back. And this one, you know, the girl figures are underrated, you know. I don't know. Better than I thought they would be on both accounts. Double jointed knees on her. We'll see if she fits on the old ringside collectible stand. This one might be the one. There's always one in every line that does not fit. Marvel Legends, Star Wars, and I think we're going to see the same for Ghostbusters. She's not going to go in. Peg hole is too small. She's got a small foot, so it makes sense. Could almost get it in there, but I don't. No. Nope. So there's always one that doesn't fit, and Dana, you win the gold star. I guess there is no Zool and there is no ringside collectible stand for you. So that's Dana Barrett. That's a pretty solid figure as well. I'd like to see a regular one, hopefully, in the future. Well, she's got small feet, and I mean, that's why it doesn't fit in the stand. But there it is. There's this one, a sleeper of the bunch. Let's build the Terror Dog. All right, the final piece, and probably my favorite part of these lines is the Build-A-Figure. There's something about getting a piece in each box and putting it together. I would be really excited for that. I'm excited for it now, but I'd be really excited for it as a kid with the Marvel Legends and stuff. It's just a fun thing to make you get the whole line and be invested, and you know, I love it. I really wish Mattel and maybe AEW would do this. Put some of the guys that we don't think would sell on their own, put it as a Build-A-Figure. I'd love to see that more often. Just a couple of final thoughts on these Ghostbusters. Interesting, they pretty much all have the same body except for Ray Stantz, Dan Aykroyd, a little bit bigger than the other ones, and in that, his pack does not clasp on the side. He's just a little bit big, just a hair too big to fit it. So that's kind of a little bit of a miss there. Kind of drives you a little bit nuts. I don't know if I can work it or get the plastic. I don't think there's anything you can do, and I'll show that right there. He's just a little bit too big in the belly there to fit. So that's a little unfortunate. That's a little bit of a knock there. But let's build this Terror Dog. Let's see what we think of this bad boy. Trying to think which way it goes here. Okay, this would be the top. So we're going to start with the head. You know, some of these Build-A-Figures, you got to really put some pressure on. I talk about it all the time. There you go. You wait for that pop. Sometimes they do not go in very well, and you got to heat them up or put it in some water to hopefully loosen the joints and loosen the holes up. This one seems to go very well. I'm hoping I'm putting the right limbs in the right spots. I think I am. Maybe it doesn't matter, but I can always change it later, I guess. Very easy to put together. As I say this one's going to fight me. Listen for that pop. Didn't really get the pop there, but it seems to be in. All right, last leg. Popping this bad boy in. The back ones are a lot harder than the front, that's for sure. Maybe I got them mixed up. I don't know. I don't think so. Got to angle them. A lot of good articulation. And there it is. The old Terror Dog. I'm not going to give him his official name because I can't even remember it, to be honest. But there it is. Decent sized Build-A-Figure. Got a little tail on the back. Like I said, the mouth moves on him. Not too shabby. good size. You can notice Dana stands just fine without a stand. I'm kind of surprised being as small-footed as she is. So I don't really need a stand for her. I think she stands just fine. Put a little size comparison here. Put Dana, put a couple of Ghostbusters against the dog. Gonna see what we think size-wise. I don't know. So there it is. We've unboxed the whole set. I'd love to hear your guys' opinion. Are you guys picking these bad boys up? Are you going to open them? Are you going to leave them in on card? Are you invested? Are you playing the long game? What are your plans? To me, I want to play the long game. I just never can. If I had a gun to my head, this would be something I would play the long game on. As you guys know, WWE figures, AEW figures soon. Marvel Legends, of course. Then Star Wars, Ninja Turtles. Probably Ninja Turtles maybe a little above Star Wars, just the cartoon NECA. And then these would fall somewhere down the line there. So I'm definitely spending my money, my day one money, on a lot of the stuff I like a lot more. This would normally be maybe a wait and see line, but with everything going on and toys not really coming out at the speed they normally do, had some extra income, I guess you'd say, to pick these guys up, and that's what I did. I don't regret the purchase. I'll display these somewhere, someplace. We'll see in another collector's video one of these days that I'll put out. But there's the Ghostbusters line. I'm excited for maybe another line. We'll see what they can do. I could see this line kind of getting pigeonholed a little bit compared to a Star Wars or Black Series where you got infinite amount of characters. You know, we need the Rick Moranis character. We need Janine. I'd love to see a Firehouse. We got to have an Ecto-1. Maybe a plain closed Ghostbuster group, plain closed Dana. We'll see some of the Vigo would be great from Ghostbusters 2. We'll just see where they go. There's a lot to be said about these figures and about these movies, so we'll see. But share with me your thoughts in the comments. Please don't forget to like the video, and then make sure you subscribe. Most importantly, subscribe to the channel, because I got a lot more unboxings to come. I'm shooting out a video every single day. I hope you enjoyed this Ghostbuster one, and besides that, I'll see you guys all real soon. See ya.